I'm going to go over this very important concept to start called raise your standards, because we all have a standard in life and especially in business, right? We all have a standard of our floor generally of how much money we're going to make, how many new clients we're going to get, how many new videos we're going to do, right? Your size of your business will never exceed your standards, right? Denzel and I, when we started, our standard was probably making 2 grand a month and then making 4 grand a month, right? Like just making an amount of money that is profit. That was our standard. And then over time, the standard became 6 figures. Then the standard became like, it's an insane planet that I can't make multiple 6 figures. And then it grew from there. And, we've done millions of dollars. And so the standards over time raise, but that's also a decision. You can raise your standards right now and say, yeah, Alex, I'm making 5 grand a month. I'm making zero. I'm making 20 grand a month. But my standard, I want it to be higher. And you might want to need it to be higher because, when you think about what you're doing now, that's your comfort zone. But of course, you're here to grow, and I appreciate that. But when you think of your comfort zone and staying in the same place, certainty in business usually is when people are trying to do the same thing over and over again and expecting it to work forever. But when you do that, there's a certainty that you're going to be in the same place forever. Whereas doing something like this, doing something new, especially with marketing and putting yourself out there, that has a lot of uncertainty. It has a lot of, wow, that's uncomfortable. I'm scared. I'm nervous. What are people going to say? And when you guys think about raising your standards, a lot of people around you, unfortunately, are going to say, Wendy, be realistic. Or Liz, you should just, that's too much. What you're doing now is you're fine. You're okay. And it's not okay to just be okay, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Most people here that started a business did it because they hated their boss or they hated just feeling like a child, being managed and micromanaged and being told when you can go to the bathroom, right? So people don't start a business to say, okay, now I'm going to be realistic and I'm going to stay in my little box. But the issue with people wanting to grow oftentimes is that they're not specific. So they say, Alex, I want to grow my business. And I say, how much? And they say, a little or a lot. And we need specificity when we're setting targets. And Wanda said, does this work on digital products? Well, yes, the marketing strategies that we're going over, I have financial clients that sell like Christy Van, she sells a $27 bundle. She sells a $197 course. She sells one-on-one coaching. She sells insurance. Denzel sells insurance. So all of this, and I'll go over that as well, Wanda, in terms of, different offers that you can do over time. But what I want you guys to do is map out your ideal dream life and make it as descriptive and as detailed as possible. Because again, don't just say, Alex, I really, really want to grow my business. Say, okay, you want to grow your business? How much are you making now? How much do you want to be making? Why do you want to be making that? Because again, it's probably not about you. It's not about your wants and your needs. It's pretty easy in life to just take care of yourself. What's difficult is being the person in your family or your business that you take care of everybody. You give leads here, you give money there, you move a mother-in-law or father-in-law in, you have kids, you have grandkids even. Like you're kind of the person that everything falls on your shoulders. I'm sure, raise your hand if that's you. I know, humbly speaking, that's Denzel. That's becoming me and my family. And that's something that is not bad. If anything, it's an honor to embrace that. But you have to think, well, if I didn't have a limitation, if I had endless amounts of leads and growth and opportunity coming into my business, what would the giving look like? The dream house, the family life, and your day to day, right? All of us in business know the worst thing that we all have done in business, unfortunately, is taking on a client who from day one, we're like, this guy's going to be annoying. We've all done that, right? And that's okay to admit now, but let's not make that the standard moving forward, because if your marketing is bad, that might be your standard moving forward, is just taking on any client who will give you an opportunity that's going to treat you like crap, that's going to pay you nothing. They're a small deal. They think they're $1 million client and they're a $50,000 client, right? And you want to put numbers on it as well. You don't want to just say, oh, Alex, I want a nice house and I want to give to my church. Well, how much is that house? Is it $1 million? Is it 500 grand? Is it like this $5 million? How much do you want to give? What's the lifestyle look like? What do you want to do for your kids, your parents? This is not fluff. This is not, of course, the entire portion of what we're talking about, but I promise this is a very important part of what we're doing, because when we look at then marketing and sales and growing your business, the only person that's stopping your growth once you have the how-to is you. It's the inner battle against yourself. It's the inner conversation. And that's why you guys need to be specific in terms of, here's what I'm doing. Here's what I want to do. Why am I not doing that right now? Right? What's my gap? Am I making 100 grand and I could be making 600 grand? Am I making, zero and I want to be making $200,000? Liz said the gremlin inside. Exactly. As human beings, we have a negativity bias. We have a bias for the negative, right? When we think of something new or different or exciting or a little scary, we instantly, our brain goes back to 5,000 years ago when we were afraid of being chased down by a mountain lion or a dinosaur or something. So we're in survival mode. Our brain doesn't naturally want to think with abundance, with growth, with opportunity. It's easier for our brain to say, I don't have enough experience. No, Alex, this isn't going to work with my market. My customers would never, boom, boom. It's too saturated. I'm not good on camera. That's something I hear every day of my life. And the reality is, most people, when they start something like this, they are not good on camera.